in 1841, pick today's date, what is this, July 23rd? July 23rd, 1841. Think how the abolitionists in the Northeast felt. They had been going against slavery for a long time. Slavery, I mean, they knew a human being can't own another human being and subject that person to all the horrors of slavery. It would have been easy to give up and to say, you know, we're never going to get this done. It's just too entrenched. I mean, the South, the Southern slave owners were saying, you know, the economy will collapse, you know, everything will be awful. They kept fighting. They kept working. And they finally got it. Way too late, after way too many people had lived their entire lives in slavery, but they got it done. Sometimes we're a little short-sighted, and I think sometimes, and I say that with love. We sometimes, I think, need to step back and look at the perspective. Stephanie pointed it out. Don't ask, don't tell, just vanished. Look at the color of the skin and the name of the guy sitting in the White House. We can quibble about his policies, and we do. When I was born in 1959, there were still black-only water fountains. I mean, look at where America has come, how far we have come. And as much as I tease about I'm an old man and, you know, you kids today and all, which I do and hopefully get a laugh every once in a while, I'm not that old. But look at the progress that has been made in America just in my lifetime. And it makes me goddamn proud because we made it happen. We fought, we bled, we died, and we lost some along the way. And yes, we are going backwards now. But just like the abolitionists on July 23rd, 1841, or 1842, or 1843, or 1844, or 1845, 1846, I feel like a magician pulling cards out. I mean, think how they felt. The abolitionists on July 23rd, 1841. And then 7 years later, I mean, they were working for 7 years and nothing happened. There's still slavery. You gotta fight because the other side is fighting too. If it were easy, it would have happened already, but we're up against the forces of evil. So I bring you a message of hope. Don't give up, keep fighting. It's always darkest before the dawn. I'm running out of trite expressions. Yeah.
Step on a crack, break your mother's back.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
Pat yourself on the, that's a good one, I like that. Every dark cloud has a silver lining. Pat yourself on the back every once in a while. Take stock of the progress that we have made. Understand that we are fighting very powerful forces, but we have overcome, another trite phrase, we have overcome before, we will overcome again. We are on the right side of history. It may take longer than we want. We get impatient. Don't give up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Norman.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much.
Randy.
And I love Randi Rhodes.
I bet you can't get more trite phrases in than he did.
Huh?
What's not to love?
Me? Oh.
Yeah, please.
I'm going to keep it really short because I'm a postmenopausal woman and it's freaking hot up here.
It is. It is.
If this was a wig, I'd rip it off and throw it into the crowd. I want to just, she has to pee, I have to shower. I'm soaked.
You're schwitzing up here.
Last year, I came and all of the anger was about don't ask, don't tell. And I took all the heat because I kept saying it's a legislative thing, it's going to take time. It's done. See, told you. So he's right. Mike's wrong. Norm's right. Everything takes time. All the good stuff takes time. And yes, they're fighting too. We can do this. 2012, I promise you, just like last year I said, when I come back next year, there won't be a don't ask, don't tell. There won't be a DOMA next year. And we will be pretty much out of Afghanistan. The debt ceiling will have been raised, and Obama will be in full throttle campaign mode, and we will all get back here together, and you will be amazed at the change and how many people are going to show up in 2012. Half the problem we have now, we didn't show up in the midterm. That's it. I get beaten up for saying it. It's true. Gotta say, sat that one out, felt we had made history, we're done. You're never done. Democracy's going to put up a fight. You got to fight back all the time, every time. But we do it with style, we do it with humor. We're not angry people, we're not, freaky people. We don't tell you, you gotta come to my religion, you gotta come to my orientation, or else God's gonna kill you. You know what, if the world is gonna be over in 2012, like they say, wear some cute shoes, get raptured. It's all good. We have an awesome president. I refuse to go down that whiny road. I think he's awesome. I think he's an amazing president. We got a crappy Congress, and we can change that. Done. That's it. You guys will do it. I will do it. They will do it. And more people that you talk to, they're feeling it in their pocketbook. Just know that. And that's the turning point. Sorry, they're selfish. When they feel it in their own pocketbook, that's the turning point. They're feeling it in their pocketbook. I'm talking to these macho dudes, man. I mean, you're talking state troopers, and you're talking EMT guys, and they're all like, I want to be like you. I'm like, I'm a postmenopausal woman, What do you want to be like me for? Go live your, I'm telling you, it's all good. Feel good. Be proud that you're active and that you're here and that you keep on coming back to our radio station and that you listen every day. Buy my podcast, thank you. And I love you. And we'll see you next year, and you'll see.
Thanks, Randy. Ron.
Surprisingly, many salt-of-the-earth working-class men really do want to be postmenopausal women. Polls have borne this out. It's remarkable. This is going to be a really long fight. This fight is going to extend past our lifetimes. We can't get hung up on, well, we didn't get everything we wanted this year or maybe next year, because this is a fight for decades and generations. And it is much more fundamental and much more basic than any of the single issues that we've been talking about up here. Not that they are not important, they are. But this is much more fundamental. This is about what kind of nation and what kind of people we are going to be. Our side believes that we are our brothers' keepers, our sisters' keepers, that we are all in this together, and that if there is injustice being done to anybody, it is being done to all of us. Understand that the other side does not think that way. It is much more of it's a much more fundamental disagreement than the one over taxes and spending. That's window dressing. These people think that if you are downtrodden, that if you are poor, that you deserve it, that you are there because you are morally bereft, and that they are rich because they are morally superior. And they believe further that yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And they believe further that because they are revolutionaries, that it is their obligation, perhaps, if it's useful to them, to lie to you. So their media outlets will lie to you, and their politicians will lie to you. We don't get to use the L word a lot, but in the media, because people get very nervous about that, but I will say they will lie to you. Mitch McConnell lies to you when he gets up and says, well, President Obama, he wants to, he's asked us to raise the debt. No, he hasn't. The president doesn't ask Congress to raise the debt ceiling. The Treasury Department tells the president and Congress that we will hit our limit, our debt ceiling limit, on a given date, and you better raise the debt ceiling or we'll go into default. And then it is up to Congress, the House of Representatives, to do that. So Mitch McConnell, when he portrays this in a certain way, is lying to you. And he knows that he is lying to you. But his ilk feel that it is their obligation to lie to you so that they can get their way. And remember, as much as we quibble about President Obama, and I do it, and all of us do it because we disagree with certain things, we're not going to get everything we want. But if the Republicans take the White House again, and they take the Senate, and they have the House, you will never get them back. Not without what amounts to a revolution, because they will then control all the branches of government, including the Supreme Court right now, and they will control the money. That is what Citizens United was about. That is what those other rulings are about. Once they are in, That's Karl Rove's plan. You won't be able to get them out because they'll have all the money. And you will have one-party government, effectively, with the Democrats as the handy whipping boy and scapegoat for all their ideological weirdness and stuff. So understand it's a long fight, understand it's a hard fight, understand it won't be over in our lifetimes, but we have to keep doing this because the consequences of not doing it are not even worth considering. We'll all be in Alabama with that law.
All right, Pap. I remember, as I was listening to Ron just then, I remember a time, Randy, you were there. It was Air America days, and let's see, there's Chuck D, and there was you, and Ron, and Michael, David Bender, just a great bunch of patriots. And I remember we didn't have enough money, remember? We were going to close the doors. And everybody went to every one of them. They said, Randy, you know, are you still in? Ron, are you still in? Chuck, you still in? David, you still in? Pap, you still in? Bobby Kennedy, you in? Everybody said, yeah, we're in. And what that meant to me was that we're in for you. And, you know, they can shake us up and they can attack us and they can do damn near anything to us. But the people I know that I've grown to love in this business are sitting right up here. And they're in this for you. It ain't about the money. It ain't about getting the show. It's nothing. It's for you. And I honest to God, I came from the outside as an attorney, and I just got thrown into this. God, I don't even know how I'm here, to tell you the truth. But I am. And I've just grown to love these people. Because when I tell you that they are in this for you, they were in it when there wasn't a paycheck. They were in it when they were under legal attack. They were in it when they were under attack from the media. And I've never grown to love a group of people like this, like I love these people.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I want to tell you this. What really means something is, you know, you're sitting there. My daughter was here, and she was watching all this. She has no idea what I do. And that's okay. But she was, from time to time, I'll get an email, and it'll be a wonderful email. It'll be from one of you. And that email means so much. And I thank you for that. We are there for you, I promise you. Thank you. Thanks. Let me just say, we're going to let they call her talent, the hosts are going to be able to go and cool down for a little bit, but they then are going to be in the lobby briefly too if you want to come out and say hello. And let's thank the sponsors who all made this possible, and of course 1092, because we wouldn't be here without them. And thank you all for coming and for your questions too. Good night.
Thank you.
I think it went very well. I think the panel was wonderful, and boy, was it hot out there on that stage.
This program ought to be something they do all over the country. I think it's powerful. I think that's how democracy operates.
Good time. Good time was had by all.
We had Dennis Kucinich. We had Mike Papantonio. Both of them were invaluable.
We're all united in fighting for our country. You heard the voice of patriotism, the voice of sanity, intelligent voices. I love these people. I'm just proud to be a part of it.
This is what the Town Hall Forum is. You know what, sometimes there's a little blood.
I think Stephanie killed. She's a big whore and she's got to steal the spotlight from everybody.
Want some wine?
I love you, AM1090. Good night.